Join me for 3 notes, and then you're going to establish very quickly a pattern of my own dysfunction of my own playing. And it's something I'm sharing because I'm trying to fix that. The downside of it is it sucks for my repetitivity, my rhythm, and my structure. So if you're building a car, things are very systematic. If you're making a song, things are very systematic. I'm erratic. I start with 3 notes, try to speed it up, try to slow it down in my head and count, count, count. And inevitably, this goes off and does its own thing like a lost freaking Wolverine, where the brain's trying to like control my Wolverine, like to make it happy, subtle, and compliant, so you, the listener, will go, hey man, he's not actually not that bad of a guitar player. So it's kind of a function of dysfunction is how I make up my own music. And I'll give you an example. We're just going to start here. And whether or not the guitar is in tune or not really has no relevance on this. And then I'm going to go back. And we're just going to speed that up. See, I missed my note there. So we'll go back to. That's not the same thing as what I started out with. See, there I missed it. So we'll go. See, now I'm doing my own. So that's how stuff happens with me. You notice my pinky got involved there. But I don't want it to. So that's kind of. That's kind of what ends up inevitably happening to me is that last thing I did was totally different than what I started out with. And then I kind of remember it. So we'll go back to. So you notice my pinky was behaving. So that's a little bit of, to my 2 followers on YouTube, you asked, how do I make up stuff? A lot of times I hear it in my head, and I hear it so clearly, and then transitioning from what I'm hearing and then putting it to here is a challenge. Other times I just pick it up and go, well, I'm not inspired today. I'm not hearing anything creatively. So let's try to force something, which is simply. See, I missed the note because I wanted this. So it's like even I wonder in my own music. It's not the same. also too is just getting the fingers used to hitting the notes where they're supposed to go. And if I don't exactly hit the string note quite correctly, that leads to another different sound that I kind of incorporate. So it's kind of like I embrace my, dare I say, fuck ups. If I don't hit the note properly, I embrace it and try to put it into the music. And then that kind of gives you that. That was totally different than. That just sounds boring. See, the pinky got involved there. See, that just happened. I didn't try to do that. And then in my memory, I know that if I play here, I get that note, and then I try to go. So that was the debauch, but then you get the idea where I kind of, and if I can just incorporate my own miscues and play them, my own miscues properly, even though they're a miscue, that actually turns into a song. And I think a lot of guitar players are like that. They start out with just this roadmap, and they end up going off into the desert and climbing mountains and getting stuck in a swamp. So, by two people on YouTube, you asked. Well, here's your answer.